You are now watching Reading Your Comments with the Game Peeps, brought to you by
Christopher Marlowe. And our first comment is from Kimberly in a Box. And she says, I clearly need to catch up on your videos, lol. Also, the related videos for you guys on my feed are really weird. Mostly Star Wars, which I get, and David Bowie. All I can say is, yay! Like, I don't know why that is either, but...
Maybe she's watched a whole lot of
David Bowie
stuff, so it's like you would like this. Because it's not always related content. Sometimes it's related to what you watch.
So, yeah. It probably doesn't actually have anything to do with us, but I'd like to think it's because we're so cool.
Next up, we have a comment from Zenka, and he says, was amused by him air rocking out when you left him idle. Then I remembered he was an awful person and it wasn't as enjoyable anymore. The hell is up with the live toothbrush? That Wendell was just asking to be pushed over the ledge the way he was positioned. I'm actually surprised Tony didn't physically throw his ass out. LOL, terrible human being. Yeah. Yep, absolutely. Like, honestly, it's like they made him so horrible, and yet at the same time, like, quasi-likable just because the wit and humor.
Yeah, he's just horrible enough. It's like one of those things where it's like, if you met him in real life, you know you wouldn't like him because he's so lazy. That it's just like, you wouldn't want to work with him. You'd be okay with hanging out with him. As long as he wouldn't...
why Wenzel is, like...
his friend?
Yeah.
Ish. But it's like, it wouldn't be a close friendship. And he'd be that guy who's always like, you got the tab this time? You know what I mean?
Like, but he'd do it, like, every time.
Yeah, every single time. It's like, I'll get it next time. It's like, sure.
Next time being... which next time?
Yeah. And, like... So it's like you already know it's gonna go like that, so you're just kind of prepared for it mentally.
Yeah.
And you know never to lend him anything or lend him money because you're never getting it back. So it's one of those people. It's like as long as you're not close to them,
they're okay.
They're okay.
Fun at parties.
Yeah. And that's about it.
But yeah, the toothbrush, man. I went, it's like they introduced it as a character. And I don't think this is spoiling anything, like, it might come up later.
Yeah,
but
I don't even know.
We're pretty far in.
Yeah. I don't know if it was meant to be so much of a character. It came across as one, but I don't know if that was actually their intention with it, or if they just wanted to make getting the toothbrush more difficult or whatever.
And adding a humorous twist.
element. Yeah,
but it's like I would love him to be a character.
Yeah,
like just a side character. You're plucky toothbrush sidekick.
Sassy, plucky, sassy toothbrush sidekick. I would say like 1% more toothbrush.
Yeah,
would have been nice.
Yeah. Or did we murder it brutally when we caught it in the mousetrap? Because it did let out like
a yeep.
Yeah.
It's possible. We could have snapped its neck.
Oh God.
Our next comment is from Zanka, and he says, you don't turn down an offer to be a soldado. No, that's not it. Sorry. You don't turn down an offer to be a soldado. I love Don Corleone's lines there. There are people who wander through the world shouting, kill me, and there's always somebody ready to oblige them. Epic. That Freddie Noble took 4 shots to go down. With them older guns being as messy as they were, that's pretty impressive.
I don't even remember which gun I used. I didn't use a Tommy, did I?
I don't remember either.
Because if it was a Tommy, then yeah, that was hella impressive.
I doubt it.
Like,
if it was just 4 shots, it would have been a lot more than...
Yeah.
So, I don't remember what you used. It was probably Magnum or... No, I feel like if you used the Magnum you would have...
been down in 2, probably.
Yeah. So maybe it was the snub nose or the pistol or the shotgun? But I don't know. I don't remember. Like you said, I was just making a list.
Okay. And yes, the epic... That line was good.
Oh yeah, that was a good line.
Don Corleone gets all the good lines.
Yeah. He probably put it in his contract.
Must have all good lines.
It's like, he got gypped. He didn't get to say goodnight, sweetheart.
Yeah, Yeah, yeah.
Especially didn't just walk off the set.
They filmed that after.
Okay.
They added it in afterwards. They
Yeah.
were like, and slide this good line in, and you'll never know.
Yeah.
Our last comment is from Zenka, and he says, I vaguely remember having similar car troubles in this game. It's funny about the territory thing as GTA eventually let it go, while Saints Row made it more and more prominent. I like shooting people up in these games as much as the next person, but it really does become tedious when you're in the middle of something else. 1525 was just the local crackhead looking for a 3 o'clock free crack giveaway.
As my favorite. So good. When we had to look up the moment again, and now I still can't remember what it was. But
it's the one where we're like looking at the chick, being like, "Have you seen a crack dealer? Do you know where there's a drug dealer? Are they here?"
Yeah. I've never played Saints Row.
I've seen a couple Let's Plays in it, but I don't remember there being anything about territories. But it's like I only watched like the first 2 or 3 that Achievement Hunter did for Saints Row 4, I want to say. It's the one where you start off and you're already the president of the US and you go out and do stuff.
Okay. Yeah. I haven't heard. I think my brother said he wasn't very interested in the game, so I didn't really get to hear much about it.
Funny and witty. Like, it looks like it would be a fun series. I guess part of the reason they veered off on that path was to keep the games different. So that they couldn't sue each other.
Who developed Saints Row?
Actually, it might still be Rockstar. Let me see. So yeah, they're completely different companies. So I guess they wanted it to be different enough that they couldn't be sued for making a game that's exactly the same.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know if that would be like copyright infringement, right?
Yeah, if they did it exactly the same.
Yeah, like if it's too close, that would be copyright infringement.
I think so, yeah.
So, I'm gonna assume that was why, was to avoid that. But also maybe they felt like it was more
interesting.
Yeah, and maybe for how the storyline and everything works for that series, it makes more sense.
If that's the main thing you're doing, and like that's the main purpose of the game, basically, then I don't think it would bother me.
No.
But when you're trying to do a whole bunch of other things that are unrelated, and they take time, and then all of a sudden you're in the middle of a mission or something, and they're like, "Oh, your territory's under attack." It's like, I don't have time for that. I don't.
It's also it's how frequent it is.
Yeah.
Like if it was once in a blue moon, where it's like, okay,
like once
it's been an hour, it's been 2 hours, your territory's under attack. But the fact that like I think we played for what was it, like 2 hours to try and get anything, and we were attacked like 7, 8, 9 times. Like the fuck.
Yeah.
Although I have to say, was it supposed to be 3 o'clock a.m. or p.m.? Or
it happens 2 times a day. Yeah.
2 times a day?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a lot of free crack that you're giving away.
But it's just a small amount to get people hooked.
Yeah, but if you're always giving it away, then they'll just keep coming back to us.
Well, maybe they only give it to new people. Where it's like, if they've seen your mug around, they'll be like,
Okay. And then you've got, maybe that's why she had the braids that we'd never seen before. She keeps changing her looks so she gets that free crack.
Yes. That's it.
She's a master of disguises.
Exactly. I feel like the 3 a.m. one is busier because the 3 p.m. one is riskier.
Yeah, I mean, it's in broad daylight.
Yeah.
You don't know. And also the ballers are always around. And I'm sure they're probably like, yo, you dealing drugs in my property? In my territory? Why ain't we getting no cut?
It's like, you are. I pay the Corleones.
When did this become New York?
The Corleones will get their money. They're so similar.
It's true. I'm actually surprised whoever made that game didn't get sued for copyright infringement.
I guess because the setting and type of characters in the world is so different that it allows for the gameplay to be similar.
Yeah, I guess. And also they completely like inverted the controls. Because that's actually a thing. That I find is incredibly stupid.
Yeah.
Is you can actually, I don't know if it's a patent or copyright, but I think it's copyright. You can copyright your control scheme.
That's the dumbest thing.
Do you know how many buttons are on that controller?
Only so many.
Yeah!
People will have to get real creative.
And for us gamers, that is a pain in the ass, because you know
some
how
things
hard
are
it
just
is
really
to switch between
inconvenient.
GTA and Godfather. It's like constantly like, oh, no, this one is aim and this one is shoot.
Yeah.
And it's like, how does anyone who like pro games and plays multiple games like do it without going crazy and being like, oh no, that's the wrong keys?
I feel like all games should allow for customization of like what buttons do what, so that then you don't have to worry about copyright and the person can just be like, this is the controls that work for me as a gamer. This is what I find intuitive, and it makes the gameplay more enjoyable for whoever is playing.
And I do understand that it is a bit of extra coding.
Oh yeah.
I say a bit, it's probably like
Try a
hundreds of
lot.
lines. But at the same time, it's like, please?
Yeah, I think a lot of people would appreciate that.
Hey, notification.
Team Chaotix BR says, you have a cute voice.
Which you?
Yeah, that's what I thought was like, which one of us is this supposed to be? There are two people here.
Yep.
But okay. Maybe he means both of us. Maybe it's a plural you.
Oh, that's true. The English language does not have a plural you.
Use guys.
Voo's guys.
Use guys.
So this has been Reading Your Comments with the Game Peeps. So until next time,
Go out and play, peeps.
bye! Yeah, I'm fairly well convinced we were like some kind of weird, like Mr. Potato Head. Those things where it's like, I'm weirdly okay with it because for some reason I trust Valve. I don't know why, especially given how often they screw people over. So, do you think the crackhead was a toothless crackhead?
Of course. She's a toothless crack whore.
I was gonna say, do you also think she's a whore?
That goes without saying.
Crack whore?
I feel like, especially if they're getting the 3 o'clock free crack giveaway, they're definitely a toothless crack whore.
Gotcha. If it was the 4 o'clock one, that would be different.
Yeah.
But 3 o'clock, definitely toothless. Definitely crack whore. And then, of course, you can't forget heroin high noon.
Oh man.
See, that's the real reason why McCree's like, it's high noon.
It's high noon somewhere.
Yeah.
He's just shooting up.
You know what time it is. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make McCree into a drug addict. I love you, McCree.